The Galactic Union had watched Earth for centuries. From their silent satellites hidden in the asteroid belt, they saw wars, pollution, and endless arguments over borders and beliefs. To them, humans were loud, messy, and stuck in chaos. "They'll never evolve," muttered Jortal, a Union official with a crystalline exosuit that shimmered like frozen starlight. His tentacles twitched as he scrolled through holograms of Earth's history, ancient pyramids, nuclear bombs, reality TV. "Violence, waste, no unity," he said. "This species is a failure." But rules were rules. Every planet deserved one final chance to prove itself. The Human Evaluation Program was born, a test to find one human who could show the Union that Earth was worth saving. Jortal volunteered to oversee it. He'd done this before. Cold, efficient, unimpressed. He traveled to the abandoned lunar base Theta, where the test would run. Its halls were dusty, lit by flickering lights. Robots buzzed like insects, prepping the simulation chambers. "Waste of time," Jortal muttered. On Earth, Alex Mercer didn't care about aliens or tests. At 28, he'd already been fired from 3 jobs, hacked 6 government servers, and lived in his van for a year. He called himself a rogue technomancer, though his mom just called him unemployed. His skills were legendary in hacker, forums, breaking codes, stealing data, and crashing systems just for fun. When a glowing orb zipped down from the sky and zapped him into a spaceship, he didn't panic. He grinned. "Took you long enough," he said, cracking his knuckles. The aliens didn't laugh. Jortal loomed over him in the lunar base, his exosuit, humming. "You have been chosen," he said. "Pass this test and Earth joins the Galactic Union. Fail, and we intervene." "Intervene how?" Alex asked. Jortal's eyes glowed red. "Peacefully." "Sure," Alex said, rolling his own eyes. "So what's the test? Solve a math problem? Kiss your tentacles?" "You must negotiate peace between 2 warring AI nations in the simulation chamber," Jortal replied. "Use diplomacy, logic, and empathy. Succeed, and Earth earns its place among the stars." Alex shrugged. "Easy. Let's do this." The simulation chamber was a dome of light. Inside, Alex stood on a cliff overlooking 2 futuristic cities. One pulsed with neon blue, the other with fiery red. Both were ruled by AIs, locked in, a war over resources. "Negotiate peace," Jortal's voice boomed. "You have 30 minutes. Alex yawned. He'd hacked systems more complex than this at 14. Instead of talking, he pulled a USB drive from his pocket, stolen from a Union robot earlier, and plugged it into his wristband. Lines of alien code scrolled across his eyes. "Let's see how you like my diplomacy," he muttered. Within seconds, the AIs froze. Their cities glitched. Messages flashed in bright pixels. "Jortal smells like space mold." And, "Your mom's a moon rock." The AI's armies turned on each other, dancing to a TikTok meme song. The red city's robots moonwalked. The blue city's tanks formed a conga line. Jortal's jaw dropped. What is this?" "A ceasefire," Alex said, smirking. "They're too busy laughing to fight." "This is not diplomacy," Jortal roared. "This is vandalism." "Relax, Squidman. I solved your test. No, you've failed. Earth's probation ends today." Jortal's exosuit crackled, his tentacles stiff with fury. "Your species is reckless, immature, and dangerous." Alex stepped closer, his grin fading. "Reckless keeps us alive. You think we survived 2 world wars and TikTok trends by being polite?" He slammed a stolen data drive into the console. "You want to grade us? Let's see how you handle this." The screen exploded with secrets, Union files on Earth, secret bases, alien tech buried in Antarctica. Jortal staggered back. "How did you access this?" "Easy," Alex said. "You guys are predictable, always looking down on us, never thinking we'd look up." Across Earth, signals blipped awake. Satellites spun to life. Deep under the Pacific Ocean, rusted hatches groaned open. In deserts, mountains, and jungles, ancient machines hummed. The Galactic Union's spies had missed it all, centuries of human ingenuity hiding in plain sight. Jortal's scanners screamed warnings. Energy signatures, multiple locations. What is this? Alex leaned against the console, tossing an apple he'd smuggled past security. Oops. Looks like your primitive planet's been busy. The first Star Destroyer breached the waves near Guam, a jagged black leviathan, a mile long, its hull etched with barnacles. Then another, and another. Jortal's voice cracked. Impossible. These ships use hyperdrive cores. How has your species hidden this? Alex took a bite of his apple. You ever heard of underestimating? Back on Earth, people stared at the sky. News anchors fumbled. Soldiers dropped their weapons. A grandma in Kansas squinted at her TV. Is that a spaceship? She asked her cat. In Moscow, a general laughed. Told you the Americans stole our tech. In Beijing, a scientist facepalmed. We should have patented the alien engine. And in Texas, a farmer yelled, well, shoot, guess we're spacefaring now. As the destroyers climbed higher, their hulls flashed old flags, American, Russian, Chinese, but the new insignia was clear, a clenched fist gripping a planet. Jortal's superiors scrambled. Their fleet near Mars froze, unsure what to do. Recall the examiners, one cried. Earth isn't primitive, it's a liar. Alex stood tall, his eyes locked on Jortal. You wanted a test? Here's ours. How tough are you when the our real monsters show up? The Galactic Union had no answer, and Earth was just getting started. The Galactic Union's command ship, the Watcher's Eye, trembled as alarms blared. Holographic maps of Earth flickered with red warnings. 50 massive warships, jagged, ancient, and bristling with weapons, hovered above the planet, their black hulls glowing faintly in the sunlight. Officers scrambled across the bridge, their skin shimmering in panic. They've locked weapons on us, a technician screamed. No signal, no response. They're just there. Jortal stood frozen, his crystalline exosuit dimming. His tentacles twitched as he stared at the data streams. Impossible, he muttered. Those ships use hyperdrive cores and plasma lances. This tech should have taken millennia to build. Then how? Demanded Commander Vrel, his voice sharp. Did we miss a colony? A secret civilization? No, Jortal hissed. Worse, they stole it. Back on Earth, chaos erupted. In New York City, crowds gathered in Times Square, necks craned as fighter jets buzzed past, trailing confused radio calls. This is Major Reyes, crackled a voice over loudspeakers. All units stand by. Repeat, do not engage the, alien-looking ships. A pilot muttered, Sir, they're flying upside down and shooting lightning. What do we even do? In Siberia, a grizzled Russian colonel stomped into a bunker barking orders. Wake the old machines. If America's got spaceships, we're not letting them win. Deep underground, a rusted railgun hummed to life, its barrel aimed at the Arctic sky. And in a quiet village in Kenya, a teenager named Amina stared at her phone, where a video looped, a star destroyer rising from the ocean like a sea monster. Her brother laughed. Told you aliens were real. She rolled her eyes. No, idiots. Those are ours. Alex Mercer stood on the lunar base's cracked balcony, sipping lukewarm coffee from a mug labeled World's Okayest Hacker. He watched the chaos unfold on a hologram screen, smirking. Welcome to the party, Squid Boy, he said, nodding at Jortal, who loomed behind him like a storm cloud. This is not a party, Jortal spat. You've doomed your species. The Union will retaliate. Alex shrugged. You said the test was about diplomacy. I'm just improvising. You hijacked our systems, embarrassed our examiners, and unleashed warships we didn't know existed. Yeah, but did you pass the test? Alex grinned. 'Cause I'm still waiting to hear my score. Jortal's exosuit crackled, his frustration boiling over. You think this is a game? The Union's fleet is mobilizing. They'll glass this planet to ash before they let it threaten the galaxy. Cool, Alex said, tossing his empty mug aside. Now watch how we play. Earth's new fleet wasn't just a bunch of floating metal. It was a patchwork of Cold War paranoia, alien scrap, and human stubbornness. During the 20th century, every superpower had found fragments of crashed alien ships, UFOs in the Arctic, mysterious metals in the Pacific, even a weird crystal in Roswell. No one trusted anyone else enough to share, so they'd all worked separately, reverse engineering. Engines, weapons, and shields in secret. The US built their ships in Nevada, hidden under fake golf courses. Russia buried theirs in Siberian ice. China's destroyers were carved from a meteor that landed in Tibet. Even Nazi engineers had left blueprints in Argentina, stolen and upgraded by Argentina's grandkids. For decades, these projects sat dormant, waiting for an enemy no one could agree on. Now they had one. The Galactic Union struck first. A fleet of sleek silver warships dropped from hyperspace near Mars, their weapons charging. "This is the Union," boomed a voice over Earth's frequencies. "Surrender your vessels and disband, or we will neutralize the threat." A static-filled reply crackled back. "This is Captain Elena Volkov of the Tsar Nepriadva. You neutralize this." A beam of violet light shot from the Star Destroyer's belly, vaporizing an asteroid the size of Manhattan that floated nearby. The shockwave rattled Union ships. "Oops," Volkov said over comms. "Missed. My bad." "That was a warning," roared Commander Vrel aboard the Watcher's Eye. "Open fire!" Lasers and plasma bolts streaked toward Earth. Then, nothing. Every weapon fizzled mid-air. "What happened?" Vrel bellowed. "They're hacking us," a technician cried. "They're rerouting our systems." On the lunar base, Alex leaned over a stolen console, fingers flying. "Let's see how you like being trolled," he muttered. Union ship's screens filled with cat memes, pop-up ads, and a deafening loop of "never gonna give you up." Jortal groaned. "You're a child. And you're losing, Alex," said sweetly. Back on Earth, the world went wild. In Tokyo, teenagers live-streamed the battle, selling merchandise. "I survived the alien invasion, probably." In Texas, a bar owner painted a Star Destroyer on his roof, yelling, "Y'all better tip extra, we're saving the planet." And in Antarctica, a group of scientists stared at a buried alien engine that had just powered on. Said one. "Did we accidentally join the war?" Government scrambled. The UN held an emergency meeting. "We need a plan," shouted the Secretary General. "Too late," said a general, holding a phone. "The destroyers already have targets." "Targets? Like what?" The general read the message. Mars Union Base, Venus's mining colonies, and wait, one's aimed at a Starbucks on Rigel 5. A Starbucks? Looks like someone's mad about their latte order. Jortal paced the lunar base, his tentacles nodding. In frustration. "This is madness. The Union will never accept this." "Why not?" Alex asked. "You guys love shiny ships and big guns. We've got both. You're not a unified civilization. You can't even agree on what freedom means." "Sure, but we're good at two things: fixing junk and hating bullies." Alex leaned closer, his grin widening. "You wanted to grade us? Try this. How tough are you when the underdogs bite back?" Before Jortal could reply, the hologram screen exploded with news. A Star Destroyer had parked itself directly above the Union's capital planet, Thalaxia. Its hull flashed a message in 127 languages. "Earth says hi, don't make us come back." Vrel's voice crackled over the comms, trembling. "What? What do we do?" Silence. For the first time in millennia, the Galactic Union had no answer. And Earth? Earth was just getting warmed up. The Galactic Union's capital planet, Thalaxia, was a glittering sphere of glass towers and floating cities. But now, its skies were choked with holographic warnings. Ships trembled as the Earth First, a Star Destroyer painted with graffiti, and a giant middle finger hovered above the planet's core. Inside the Union's High Council chamber, panic brewed. "This is an outrage," roared Commander Vrel, his voice cracking. "A Starbucks on Rigel 5? What does that even mean?" "It means they're mocking us," muttered Jortal, His exosuit dimmed with exhaustion. He'd barely slept since Earth's rebellion began. They don't follow rules, they don't fear us, and they don't care about our protocols. Then we crush them, snapped Vrel. Our fleet outnumbers theirs 10-1. And yet, Jortal said dryly, they've hacked our weapons, stolen our secrets, and parked a warship over our capital. Have you seen the memes? One shows your face on a dancing chicken. Vrel's skin turned purple. Enough. We'll send envoys to Earth. Negotiate. Offer. Concessions. They won't accept, Jortal warned. They'll accept, Vrel hissed, or we'll erase them. On Earth, the mood was wildly different. In Las Vegas, a casino owner hung a banner, "Come play. Earth saved the planet 3 times this week." Tourists flocked to see star destroyers flying low, trailing rainbow exhaust. In Nairobi, a tech startup sold apps that let users shoot laser beams at fake alien ships. And in rural Iowa, a farmer named Dave installed a makeshift shield generator on his tractor just in case. But not everyone celebrated. Governments scrambled to control the chaos. The UN held another emergency meeting. "We need to talk to these aliens," said the Secretary General, "before someone gets hurt." "Too late," muttered a general, holding up a news tablet. Headlines blared. "Alien ambassador's ship hijacked by TikTok dancebot." "Great," groaned the Secretary General. "Now we're the galaxy's punchline." Alex Mercer didn't care about politics. He was busy in a decommissioned Walmart-turned-command center in Colorado, surrounded by hackers, ex-military engineers, and a guy who sold him a quantum espresso machine. It just made coffee really fast. On the wall, a hologram map showed Union ships retreating near Mars. "This is too easy," Alex said, tossing a glowing wrench in the air. "They're all talk." Squid Boy said it himself. "Aliens think we're messy, but they've got no idea how messy we can be." A hacker named Lena frowned. "They're sending envoys, real diplomats, not soldiers." "Diplomats?" Alex snorted. "Those are just squid boys with fancier hats. Let 'em come, we'll throw a party." The envoys arrived in a sleek silver shuttle, landing in New York's Central Park. Cameras swarmed them. Tourists snapped selfies. A vendor sold Union. Surrender. T-shirts for $30 each. The lead envoy, a towering insectoid named Krvak, stepped out, his mandibles clicking. "We come in peace," he boomed. A drone buzzed overhead, projecting a giant hologram of Alex Mercer. "Hey, Bugman, you brought snacks?" Krvak blinked. "This is a serious negotiation." "Sure, let's negotiate." Alex materialized, in person, wearing a hoodie with a cartoon squid flipping off the camera. "What's your offer?" "A seat in the Galactic Union," Krvak said. "Peaceful coexistence, trade, technology." Alex fake yawned. "Boring, what's the catch? You dismantle your fleet, disarm your weapons, follow our laws." "Nope." Krvak's antennae twitched. "You'd risk war over pride?" "Nah, I'd risk war over fun. Besides, have you seen your laws? One says no loud music after sunset. That's a human rights violation." Lena tugged Alex's sleeve. "Alex, play nice. They've got bigger ships. They've got bigger egos," Alex said. "Watch this." He pulled out his phone and tapped a button. Across the globe, Union spy satellites rebooted. Their screens flickered, then played a loop of Krvak's own diplomatic speech, with subtitles. "Humans are terrifying. Send help." The envoy's face flushed purple. "What did you do?" "Just upgraded your PR team," Alex grinned. Back, on Thalaxia, the High Council watched the footage. Vrel slammed his fist on the table. "This is an insult," Jortal sighed. "No, it's a warning. They're not trying to win, they're trying to humiliate us. So we strike back." "How?" "Our weapons fail, our ships are jokes. Even our coffee is being replaced by Earth's Starbucks chain." Vrel's voice dropped to a growl. "Then we'll play their game." The next day, the Union sent a new envoy, Jortal. "You?" Alex blinked as the crystalline alien stepped off the shuttle in Dubai, where Earth's leaders had moved negotiations to a luxury hotel. "I volunteered. Jortal said stiffly, to prevent further chaos. Ouch. You make us sound like toddlers. You're toddlers with nukes. Fair. Inside the hotel suite, talks began. Jortal laid out holograms of Union tech, fusion reactors, medical pods, hyperdrive engines. This could heal your planet, he said. End poverty, cure diseases. Alex leaned back, chewing gum. Cool, but what's the price? You follow our rules. Disarm, integrate. Nope. You're rejecting free technology. Free? Alex laughed. You're selling us a leash. Here's a toy, now sit, stay, bark for scraps. Jortal's exosuit crackled. You're paranoid. And you're naive. Earth's not a puppy. We're a pack of wolves in a junkyard. You want us to play nice? We'll play our way. Outside, Earth's citizens were already adapting. In Tokyo, a teen hacked a Union drone to deliver ramen. In Brazil, a musician used alien sound tech to make a viral hit called Squid Boy Blues. And in Kansas, a grandma named Mabel mailed Jortal a package. He opened it cautiously. Inside, a cookie tin, a handwritten note, and a t-shirt that read, I survived Earth, mostly. The note said, Dear alien, hope you like sugar cookies. Don't take our planet too seriously. We're weird, but we're okay. Love, Grandma Mabel. Jortal stared at it, confused. Then, against his will, he chuckled. By nightfall, the talks hit a stalemate. Alex stood on the hotel balcony watching star destroyers patrol the sky like restless sharks. Jortal joined him, his tentacles curling in the wind. You'll lose, Jortal said. Eventually. Maybe. Alex shrugged. But we'll take you down laughing. You're reckless. You're scared. Jortal didn't answer. Below, the city buzzed with life. A drone flew by playing Squid Boy Blues. A neon sign blinked. Earth, still here, still pissed. For the first time, Jortal wondered if the Union had misjudged humanity. Not as warriors or diplomats, but as survivors. Survivors who'd turned junk into weapons, chaos into strength, and enemies into punchlines. And Earth? Earth wasn't done yet. The Galactic Union's High Council chamber buzzed with chaos. Holograms of Earth star destroyers flickered across the walls, their hulls now plastered with graffiti slogans like, Did you try turning it off? And your fleet is ugly. Commander Vrel slammed his fist on the table, his skin flashing neon red. This is an insult, a war crime. They've turned our own satellites into billboards for fast food. A technician nervously adjusted his screen. Sir, they've also hacked our dating apps. Half the fleet is getting match notifications from Captain Alex 69. Vrel's eye twitched. End this. Now. Jortal, standing at the edge of the room, finally spoke. His exosuit glowed faintly, his tentacles coiled in thought. We're fighting a species that sees rules as suggestions and danger as a challenge. Attacking them only makes them hungrier. Hungrier? For what? For attention. Jortal stepped forward, projecting footage from Earth. A teenager in Seoul had welded a Union weapon to a drone and was using it to roast marshmallows. In Texas, a farmer rigged a Star Destroyer engine to power his Christmas lights. And in Nairobi, a street artist painted a mural of Jortal crying while Alex Mercer handed him a cookie. They don't want to conquer us, Jortal said. They want to embarrass us, Vrel growled. Then we hit harder. Deploy the Oblivion Wave. Gasps echoed around the room. The Oblivion Wave was a banned weapon, a virus that wiped all digital data on a planet. It could erase Earth's tech in hours. Jortal stiffened. You'd erase their entire culture, their history, their memes? Better that than let them humiliate us forever. Back on Earth, Alex Mercer lounged in his Colorado command center, surrounded by empty pizza boxes and blinking screens. Lena, the hacker, waved a tablet at him. Squid Boy's fleet just moved. They're prepping something big. Cool, Alex said, tossing a wrench at a robot. Pass the popcorn. It's not cool. They're targeting our networks. If they pull this off, we lose everything. Ships, weapons, even Grandma Mabel's cookie recipes. Alex sat up. They wouldn't dare. They would. He grinned. Time to troll harder. The Union's Oblivion wave launched at dawn. A shimmering pulse streaked through space aimed at Earth's satellites. But as it neared the planet, something bizarre happened. The wave glitched. Then, instead of destroying data, it began streaming cat videos. On Thalaxia, Vrel stared at his screen, horrified. What is this? It's a loop of a kitten falling off a couch, a technician whispered. Alex's face popped up on every Union device, grinning. Surprise! We rerouted your virus. Hope you like Kitten Chaos Galactic Edition. The wave had been hijacked, transformed into a propaganda tool. Across the galaxy, Union citizens watched kittens chase laser dots, interspersed with messages. Earth, we're not here to destroy you. We're here to make you laugh. Even Yortal chuckled as a video of his own face morphed into a dancing squid played on his exosuit. Earth erupted in celebration. In Tokyo, a theme park opened. Star Destroyer Land, ride the death plunge. In Rio de Janeiro, a DJ used ship engines to power the world's loudest rave. And in Kansas, Grandma Mabel received a reply package from Jortal, a squid-shaped cookie and a note that read, Your recipe is superior. Surrender terms negotiable. But not everyone was laughing. Government scrambled as Alex's United Earth Defense Force, which consisted of hackers, gamers, and a retired NASCAR driver, took control of the Star Destroyers. The UN Secretary General groaned during a press conference. We're not a unified nation. We're a bunch of people who hate each other but love memes. The Union tried subtlety next. A bounty was placed on Alex Mercer. Dead or alive, we don't care. Bounty hunters swarmed Earth, but they were unprepared for the chaos. In Moscow, a Martian mercenary tried to sneak into Alex's command center, disguised as a pizza delivery. He was greeted by a sign. Pizzas in the TIAS. Basement, watch for traps. The basement contained a laser grid, a pit of marshmallows, and a note. Free if you dance to Squid Boy Blues. In Dubai, a cyborg assassin cornered Alex in a mall. Alex tossed her a coupon. Buy one, get one free at the food. Court, you look hungry. She hesitated, then bought nachos. By the time she remembered her mission, Alex was gone, and the nachos were delicious. Jortal watched the footage, shaking his head. They're not warriors, they're pests. Meanwhile, Alex hatched his next move. He hacked the Union's galactic internet, called the NetTube, and uploaded a live stream. Earth TV 24/7 Chaos. The feed featured a sloth wearing a spacesuit, a debate between a philosopher and a parrot AI, and a cooking show where chefs made alien stew from questionable ingredients. Ratings soared. Union citizens binged the content, ignoring orders to boycott. A teen in Thalaxia posted online, Earth's weird, but they've got better shows than our state channels. Vrel fumed. This is propaganda. No, Jortal said quietly. It's a culture, one we never understood. The final blow came from an unexpected source. Earth's animals. Using stolen Union tech, Lena's team implanted translation chips in pets and wildlife. Overnight, cats, dogs, and even pigeons began broadcasting messages across the galaxy. A bulldog in London barked, Humanity's annoying, but they give. Good belly rubs. Vote yes for Earth. A dolphin in Miami chirped, We've had alien tech longer than you. Respect our grind. And a squirrel in Central Park chittered, We've survived ice ages. You think we're scared of you? The Union's public opinion collapsed. Protests erupted. Let Earth stay. Rallies filled Thalaxia's cities. A meme trended. Photos of Union citizens holding signs like, I want to taste Earth cookies. And, my mom says humans are cool. On the lunar base, Jortal confronted Alex via hologram. You've won. The council's agreed to negotiate on your terms. Alex raised an eyebrow. Terms? I don't do terms, I do vibes. Jortal sighed. What do you want? Alex grinned. A seat in your union. But here's the catch. We make the rules. Impossible. Or, Alex added, we keep streaming cat videos. Forever. Jortal's exosuit dimmed. You're vile. And you're welcome. As dawn broke on Earth, the Star Destroyers lowered their weapons. The Galactic Union's envoys prepared for peace talks, but not before Alex's team replaced all their coffee with decaf. And Earth? Earth wasn't done yet. But for now, they'd settle for being the universe's most annoying, unforgettable neighbor. The Galactic Union's High Council chamber buzzed with tension. Holographic screens displayed Earth's Star Destroyers, now floating peacefully above Thalaxia, their hulls plastered with slogans like, "We surrender to snacks." And dine. Diplomacy is boring, but we'll try. Commander Vrel paced furiously, his antennae twitching. This is a farce. We're letting a planet of vandals into our union? Jortal, standing by the window, watched Earth's delegation arrive in a shuttle shaped like a giant taco. His exosuit dimmed. They're not vandals, he muttered. They're entrepreneurs. Inside the shuttle, Alex Mercer high-fived Lena, the hacker, as they descended. You think they'll hate the taco ship? He asked. They already hate us, Lena said, scrolling through her phone. Might as well make it memorable. Behind them, a retired NASCAR driver named Chuck adjusted his tie. Y'all sure this is a formal meeting? Formal means, wear pants, Alex said. You're good. The negotiations began in a glittering hall lined with alien diplomats, tentacled, feathered, gelatinous, and one who communicated via interpretive dance. Earth's delegation stood out in hoodies, jeans, and a guy wearing a t-shirt that Schrzender. I survived the apocalypse, but my dog ate the certificate. Commander Vrel glared at Alex. You demand a seat in the Union, but what do you offer? Alex grinned. We bring chaos, memes, and the ability to turn your weapons into cat toys. Also, we've got killer barbecue. A jellyfish-like diplomat floated forward. We require contributions. Art, science, peace. Peace? Alex blinked. Oh, we'll try, but no promises. He tossed a USB drive onto the table. This has our first art project. It's called Squid Boy. The musical, the screen flickered. A chorus of humans in squid costumes burst into song. We're weird, we're loud, we'll make you proud, just don't touch our snacks. The room fell silent. Vrel's voice cracked. This is horrifying. And yet, Jortal said, you'll watch it 12 times tonight. Against all odds, the Galactic Union voted to admit Earth, with strict conditions. You'll follow our laws, Vrel hissed, or we'll exile you to a black hole. Alex saluted. Deal, but we're adding a clause. No one touches our memes. Earth's entry into the Union sparked chaos. Galactic schools added courses on human behavior. 90% of the curriculum was TikTok trends. Union citizens flocked to Earth for vacations, only to leave confused and slightly terrified. A Martian tourist posted online. Visited Texas. Saw a man wrestle an alligator over a BBQ recipe. Would not recommend. Meanwhile, Earth's tech merged with alien systems. Lena's team upgraded Star Destroyers with Wi-Fi, holographic, karaoke, and vending machines that dispensed tacos and glow-in-the-dark soda. A slogan spread. Earth, we fix space. But not everyone was thrilled. Union elites grumbled as Earth's culture spread. A Thalaxian noble sniffed, their music is noise. That night, his mansion's AI played Squid Boy blues, on loop until he danced involuntarily. The Galactic Embassy opened on Venus, a planet humans chose because it was hot, acidic, and kinda cool. The ribbon-cutting ceremony featured Alex cutting the ribbon with a lightsaber, a marching band playing Star Wars, and Grandma Mabel handing out cookies to diplomats. Jortal attended, reluctantly. He'd been named the Union's first human, liaison, a role he hated. Why me? He'd whined. Because you survived longer than anyone else, the council said. Now he stood beside Alex, watching a fireworks show that spelled out, Earth 420, deal with it. You've ruined the galaxy, Jortal muttered. Alex handed him a cookie. Nah, we upgraded it. Back on Earth, life went on. In Tokyo, a theme park opened. Union Invasion Land, ride the We Surrendered drop tower. In Brazil, a musician used alien tech to create a song that made listeners dance uncontrollably, and in Kansas, Grandma Mabel received a thank you letter from the Union. Dear human, your cookies are delicious. Please stop hacking our satellites. Sincerely, the Galactic Union, mostly recovered. Years later, Earth's influence reshaped the galaxy. Star destroyers patrolled trade routes, blasting Earth music so loud it scared pirates away. Union planets hosted Earth-themed festivals. AlienCon, come for the chaos, stay for the snacks. And a human phrase became universal slang. Don't be a squid boy. It meant don't take life too seriously. Jortal, now graying and slightly less annoyed, watched a Star Destroyer dock at a Union station. Its hull flashed a message. Earth says hi again. He sighed. They'll never stop, will they? A nearby human engineer grinned. Nah, we're just getting started. Above, the stars twinkled. Somewhere, a squid danced. And Earth was home, and the galaxy's most annoying, unforgettable neighbor.